Hello everyone. I hope you like the series so far. In this episode, we will mainly deal with upgrading our existing road network to gravel, and choose the area for our first industrial park by designating the building site for our first two factories. The road works are mainly done around the border. I will just about to get started on the town itself at the end of the episode. Don't worry. I will not make you sit through another episode where I'm basically just spreading gravel on my roads. I'll just include the rest of the town upgrades in the opening montage of episode 3. So, since we only have one road connecting the town and our border, we need a temporary service road that will take care of deliveries while the main thoroughfare is being upgraded. This will do nicely. It will allow buses and trucks to move between the two areas. I'll also need a few temporary side roads in the border site itself. It will allow me to upgrade small portions without completely blocking the whole central artery. At this point it is safe to upgrade the main road. I forgot to tell the construction yard where to pick up the workers and the materials it requires for construction. Thankfully we are not spoiled for choice right now, so it's easy to choose. Now it's just a matter of working out what pieces of roads are safe to upgrade, making sure we don't block entry to buildings that are essential. You'll see me make a small error soon, but thankfully it will be easily fixable. The fire station need to be accessible, so this section has to stay for now. But since we only need access to gravel, the open storage and warehouse can be temporarily blocked off, and buses can get to their station from the other side. Everyone else can go around on the new service road we built. So this section is A-okay. The road depot won't be used for a bit, so might as well. Concrete and asphalt are not used at the moment. Vehicles can still cross since only the side roads are being upgraded. Entry to the gravel storage obviously cannot be blocked, but this service road going to the substation can. Here I'm just making a quick check around town to see what can be safely designated. We'll get back to it soon. Just double checking the construction office to make sure it has everything it needs. While the roads are being built, let's see where we can feasibly put our first industrial park. But first, the second power line made another unnecessary area tag. I really like the look of this little valley between the two borders. The shape is a bit suggestive. Maybe I'll take it into consideration when naming it. To prepare the way for our road going south, I'll just preemptively level out a bit of terrain for future expansion, and then smooth out the slopes. Look at them bulldozers go. 2 of them is more than enough to take care of such gentle terrain. I'll just extend the road a little bit, still aligned with the grid. And now, it's time to make these obviously artificial slopes look a bit more natural. As a side benefit, it will also make it so that roads will have to climb a gentler incline. I just carefully go around the town, getting rid of the slopes that appear red on the topographic overlay. Since we are out of town at this point, we can do some gentle curves in our roads. I'll follow the elevation lines. Long stretches of country roads tend to weave between hills and dips, only changing elevation when it's unavoidable. Might as well follow that mentality in the game too. At this point I decided to make the industrial park a side street, and continue with the main road to the border. Since the delivery trucks would have to go through town, making a bit of a detour to get to our original customs house, I'll just use this other border station as our import-export point. People tend to build a clothes manufactory as their starting industry. It doesn't cost too much, and gives a pretty decent return on investment. I'll also build a fabric factory, so I will only have to import agricultural products and chemicals for the whole production chain. But first, let's finish the road and connect up to our other border station. It's a bit of a drive from our town, but if we want to put a lot of industries here, it's better to do it far away from population centers. The fabric factory will turn crops and chemicals into, well, fabrics. It's interesting how the game handles all agricultural products as a single resource. I kind of hope the devs would change this in the future, so you'd have to farm different crops. Grain for food, cotton for fabrics, etc. And of course we'll need another factory, so we can turn the fabric into clothes. With this, we can easily supply our citizens with apparel, and have plenty left over to sell. It will most likely be enough to finance our immediate imports, and have enough clean profit to start thinking about expanding our industrial network not long after. We have the two power lines conveniently in place, so we can tap into one of them. We will have to be careful not to disrupt any critical buildings while we set up this connection, so I'll just build the switch now, and only mess around with the already existing connections when everything's ready. Since we only have to power 2 buildings for now, I guess 1.5 megawatts throughput should be enough. And just avoid my construction office getting distracted from building our new roads, I'll suspend construction on this area. Once things are in order at home, we can unpause them. I'll just put a temporary name tag over the factories. Let me know if you guys have some ideas on what to name this district. The new roads are coming along nicely. I'll just tell this biggest piece to let me know when it is finished, so I know when to start worrying about upgrading more dirt roads. Of course we will need that switch I mentioned earlier. It will have to be placed in a way that allows easy access from both ends of the original line, and can be hooked up to the new industries. This 45 degrees angle should fit the criteria. The severed line can go into the 2 connections at the top, and the factories can be supplied with the bottom one. Of course a road is necessary for both construction and for the fire engines. And of course, let's suspend the construction for now. We have roads to build. Since we are too far from our town for citizens to just walk to work, we'll need a bus stop. Unfortunately, the fire station cannot reach this part. I will have to build a new one, but that's for later. Since we are already upgrading our roads, might as well start using gravel as our default for now. Dirt roads are still going to be used as side streets, mostly for utilities, but places frequently used by vehicles will be made of gravel for the foreseeable future. The sections designated inside the border outpost are finished. Time for a couple more. As said, the one leading into the gravel storage is off limits. Cannot haul gravel if we can't get to it. But since the other side of the bus stop is done, we can start on the other end. Since we want to concentrate on our original roads, let's stop building the things we laid down recently. At this point I'm desperately looking for road segments I can upgrade without breaking the supply chain. I'll struggle a bit here, trying to make a side connection so the main segment can be upgraded. The power poles are placed too close together. There's no way I'm getting through there. This will work though. At this point I realized I made a bit of a mistake. By upgrading this side of the bus station, workers can no longer walk to the heating plant. Good thing it's summertime, so it's not a fatal mistake, but I'll build a footpath, just in case. There we go, better. And the main road is finished. I was thinking about deleting the service road, but I'll need it to upgrade this piece in the town, so I'll leave it be for now. It's always nice to watch things get hauled around. Now that this segment has its gravel delivered, we can see an excavator getting picked up at the construction office. Let's double check that the bus line isn't broken. I'd still like to keep the fire station accessible, but with this piece of new upgrade I'll cut off its supply of workers. Of course this also means that heating plant also lost its connection to the bus stop. I know, I should have known better at this point, but this kind of venture isn't exactly risk-free. Thankfully, nothing caught fire, and nobody needed heating in the middle of summer. By the way, did you know you can shrink the spread of the gravel and asphalt around crossroads? As you can see, this road junction has a pretty generous turn radius. But if you place footpaths right next to it, it will create nodes on the road, shown by those purple dots. That will considerably shrink down the size of the intersection. It is completely cosmetic though, it serves absolutely no purpose. Still, you can tidy up your roads this way if you want. Quite a difference if you ask me. For example, this piece of road has its sides cut down because of the proximity between these three intersections. But the one on the left has one piece still sticking out. To make it uniform, I'll just add a dirt footpath, delete it, and that will make this triple junction nice and tidy. Again, no gameplay benefit, just a cosmetic trick. I don't really know why I unpaused this piece of road. I'll suspend it again later. Still trying to work out how to tackle the majority of the upgrades inside the town. Upgrading the outer roads is a safe bet. Pedestrians don't really use them, and vehicles can just use the service road while the two streets are being built. I'll only have to be careful not to block ambulance access to the apartments. Another cosmetic decision I made. There was no reason to downgrade this substation's access road, but I felt like something like this would only have a token service connection in a real-life 1960s Soviet country. Good thing I hesitated here. We really don't want to block road access for our ambulance. Pedestrians can still cross the construction, and ambulances can reach the apartments via the same footpaths. This is where I realized I also blocked access to the heating plant. Still, better to do it now, during the summer, when there's still time for such things. And since we're already committed, might as well finish the job completely. Poor dumper got stuck on the main road. Don't worry, he'll be free soon, those road pieces are almost finished. This is where I realized, I really don't want to waste precious time and gravel on this road yet. Have to concentrate on what's important. The town can also wait a little. Now we only need workers to arrive, and they will finish those road segments. If a road construction is too short, the game won't send machinery to build them. They are built by workers only. Thankfully I chose a bus to pick up construction workers with a pretty high capacity. It will pick up all the site can accept, so it will be done pretty quick once they arrive. At this point this piece can also be upgraded. Buses can reach their stops without having to go around, and we are not using any concrete or asphalt at the moment. Here I took a bit of a gamble. I really wanted to finish everything here, so I decided to upgrade the fire station's driveway. Thankfully, nothing caught fire. I'll leave the gas station for last. I want it to be done extra quick, so vehicles don't stop in the middle of their routes, and even if they do, they wouldn't have to wait too long to regain access to fuel. The bus is pretty close now. Won't be long before that poor truck is free. Most of the main thoroughfare is complete, only little bits remain to be built. Certain sections will have to wait, like the path to the gravel storage, or the entrance to the construction office. I think I will handle upgrading the town by building a parallel road around it, and upgrade the rest of the outer ring that way. Once that's complete, I think pedestrians will be able to reach everything while the intersections are built. With this particular piece finished, we can finally remove this piece of back road that used to allow buses to be diverted while their bus stop was being worked on. Although in hindsight, removing it completely was a bit hasty. We still need some way for trucks to reach the customs house while the last bits of the main street is finished. I was trying to see if I can upgrade it without one, but the resources in the town store are consumed a bit too fast for my liking. I think I can get away with doing a very short segment, but not the whole stretch. And access to the heating plant is restored. The gravel has already been delivered to the last piece of active construction. Let's see how to handle the rest. For now, I'll concentrate on the fuel station. Since that is the only construction active, it should be done pretty quickly. Because of the short length of the road, the game decided it's a job for workers only. Kind of wish we could send machines manually in these cases. Time to plan out the service road again, this time leading very close to the border, so we can finish upgrading the last remaining stretch of dirt road. And boom! The first kind of big mistake I made. Instead of using the road remove tool, I went with brute force, and accidentally deleted a power pole. I hope you'll forgive my momentary breach of the rules. For small mistakes like this, I'll allow myself the luxury of quick building a replacement. There. Took way longer than necessary. I blame the power pole and proximity to the border for it. Now we can safely upgrade this last remaining stretch. That last small piece will have to be upgraded in isolation, like the fuel station. Yeah, I think placing a dirt road shell around the outer ring will allow me to upgrade it. That will give enough walking distance to reach everything, and the inner T section can be dealt with at that point. That footpath was kind of unnecessary in hindsight. Maybe saved me from having to close 1 or 2 messages about halted production. With these sections well on their way, we can finally unpause the first parts of our town roads. And the border outpost is practically done. A couple pieces remain, but those I will have to live with until I build another construction office with access to a secondary gravel storage. Hopefully homemade gravel at that point. I should really stop having inner thoughts about what to say when I record these episodes. I keep waving the mouse around, and I have no clue what I was thinking at the time. I know I had some point to make, but can't remember what it was. Oh well. Something to improve upon in the future. Can't decide whether or not I should keep building the road leading to the new industries, or finish the town. I think I will finish what's been laid out already, build the service road shell, and leave it at that until I have a bit of an income to play around with. Only having paid 20,000 rubles over 3 months, while improving our road network is quite nice to see, and gives me hope we can have our clothes export up and running at the end of the next episode. Things seem to be running okay at the moment. Once the street next to the cinema is finished, we can finally get rid of the secondary dirt road going to the border. I think that should be enough for an episode. I know it wasn't a very riveting viewing experience, but hopefully I managed to convey my thought process when it comes to upgrading roads. It could have been much better with some better planning. I could have made the main road into a double highway, having 2 one-way roads in parallel. For this early upgrade session, it would have made things a million times easier, even with double the cost. But that's more of a 21st century urban planning mindset. For a 1960s Eastern European country, this way will do just fine. I hope you liked the video. If you did, dropping a like and subscribing to the channel just might motivate me to make more. Until then, see you later.